don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced.
What's up, y'all? So today we're going to be doing an acrylic sign or welcome sign to a party, basically. So I got these, I don't know why I can't talk today. I got this acrylic sheet from Home Depot. It's Optics brand. It's 18 by 24. Thickness is about 0.093, so it's really not that thick. I'm not sure if you could probably see how thin it is. It does have this film on it. It's a protective layer, so like no scratches, things like that. So definitely gonna have to take that off before we start. So the first thing that we definitely need to do, we have all of our tools here. I have some tape. I have 2 tapes just because this one is kind of like running out. And this will be used to tape the words together to kind of make them one. You'll see in a second, it's gonna make sense. I have this masking tape so it doesn't leave any residue and everything like that. This is gonna be what we will be using to hold the words together. Again, it's going to make sense, don't worry. I have some glitter. This is chunky gold glitter because our colors are hunter green, gold, and white. So this was also the closest green that I could find, sap green. So hopefully it comes out like good, or like at least close to hunter green color. I have my white pens. This one is a Sharpie oil-based fine point pen, so this is going to be used to outline the words. And then this one here is Craft Smart paint pen. It's a bolder, broad pen tip, so that's going to be used to fill in the words. And I also have this here to cut some of the margins off of the paper where the words are. You can also fold it. You don't have to have this, but just because I have it, I might use it if like it turns out pretty good. So I did already print out and make the sign, like the words and like what I wanted to say and everything like that. So I have that here. It came out in about 12 different pieces, so they come out looking like separate like this. And then you just kind of have to like put it together and then put it on the sheet. So you'll see how that comes out. Hopefully it works as far as the sizing, and if not, go back to the drawing board and make sure that the size does work. I have this sheet here just to test out the pens to make sure that they do right here. So first things first, what I'm going to do is take the film off of this paper, off of the acrylic sheet, and I'm gonna clean it off with some window cleaner, wipe it off, let it dry a little bit, and while it's drying, I'm going to take the papers with the letters on them. I'm going to get rid of the margin lines that's on them and kind of, tape them together so they make the actual like sign and everything like that. All right, so now it's time to clean off the sheet with some window cleaner. All right, so now we're cutting off the margins. That's pretty much just the white space there on the sheets. You want to make sure you cut off all 3 sides so everything can match up accurately when you tape it together. All right, so now it's time to put everything together. I'm going to be using the small pieces of tape, and then you'll see me use the bigger piece because I ran out of the small, but I'm making sure that everything is lined up as accurately as possible because I am going to be tracing over it. So you want to make sure that it looks good and it's not wonky. So I'm just doing this for every piece of paper that has been printed out and it has words on it, and then I'm just going to put everything together. Alright, so how did I even get the words and things like that printed out how I did? So first, I went to canva.com. This is where I pretty much make everything from my YouTube thumbnails to flyers to whatever. So you want to go to create a design, then you want to go to custom. You want to make sure you put the sizing of your acrylic sheet Of course, mine was in inches. Mine was 18 by 24 and I was 18 width. So I just flipped it around so I can get the landscape and had 24 width by 18 height. Because again, I wanted the landscape look. So you want to go ahead and put that in. Then you want to go and create designs. And then you can edit however you want with the text, font size, color, whatever. You can do multiple sizes or multiple texts throughout the thing. So I already had one done and created since I've already printed it out earlier. So I'm just going to show you guys what I already had. And this was font and like sizing from an invitation that I've made prior. So I have two different fonts with this wording, and of course you can change the size and things like that. So the font that I have for the welcome to and the party is the breathing font. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe like the way it looks, and it's at 170. And then the names, I have it for Anaya at 93.9. So I just left it like that. It's legible, people can see it, you don't need glasses and things like that. So I did that. And then once you complete that, you want to go ahead and click on the share icon, which is at the top. You want to go ahead and download it. And then once it's downloaded, and then you'll see at the bottom of your screen or wherever you have your downloads going to. Then after that, you want to go to rastabator.net. And this is where you're going to make it into a poster where it prints out into multiple sheets. So you want to go ahead and choose your file. Choose your file for your picture or your sign. Go ahead and press upload. And then what you want to do is uncheck the box that says add margin. And then after that, just press continue. And then click no effects. And then you want to go ahead and press continue. Now my printer prints in black and white anyway, so I didn't have to change the color. But if your printer prints in different colors, then you can keep it as black and white. Then you want to go ahead and continue and go to complete 12 page, and then it'll go ahead and put a PDF file for you. And then once that's done, this is how it looks in PDF format. And it comes out like looking like that, and that's exactly how it'll print out. Make sure that your printer is not two-sided print, because then obviously you're going to have back-to-back. So you want a single page print. And then there were some pages that were blank, so I only printed up the ones that actually had what I needed on there. Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and trace the letters. So I have the acrylic sheet on top of the papers, and I used the small point pen to go ahead and do the outline. I'm left-handed, so obviously I'm starting from the right to the left, so this way I don't cause any smudging or having paint on my hands while I'm doing this. So I'm just going through all of the letters with this pen, and then I'll go through the letters with the bolder point pen to fill in the middle as well. I ended up not needing to use the masking tape because it pretty much stayed still while I was doing this, so I had no worries. The masking tape was only so that it can actually stay still on the acrylic sheet, but I didn't need it, so obviously didn't use it. Kind of a little bit of a waste of money, but I'm gonna keep it for maybe another project.
Then dip me underway. You can fill my mind for flow. Hold me till I scream for every and wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
This is pretty much what it looks like. So initially I used a makeup glitter glue to put the glitter on because I thought I needed it, but it did leave residue. I didn't like that, just because I was worried that once I painted over it that the paint was going to show the residue, and that was obviously not going to be a pretty sight. And then also it kind of clumped up in like one area when I did that, so I did kind of like use it all over the back, well not all over, but like in a lot of places in the back with the glitter glue, but then I did kind of wipe it off, and then I also did go out and get some more or a different type of glitter glue, but I ended up not using that altogether and just completely wiped off like all the glue and things like that because of residue, and then the smell gave me a headache, and so I just did not use it at the end. So that was also a waste of money, kind of. But actually, I mean, I got my money back for the glue. Alright, so everything's been wiped off as far as the residue. Everything's been dried and left over a night to dry. So now I'm just going to go ahead and just put the paint right on the glitter. And my fear was that once I was rolling on the paint that the glitter was just going to come off. And that's why I was trying to use the glitter glue. But it actually didn't do much of that, really. It might have moved around a little bit, but it really didn't come off of the brush like I thought it was. So I probably should have just did this in the first place, but you know, I had to think of something else before just going with the obvious. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and paint the entire back of the sign green with the roller, and then I'm just gonna let that dry and then take a look and see what the finished product would be. Alright, so now we are done with the acrylic sign. So it took a little bit longer than expected, ran into some hiccups, but it's okay. This is a learning process, and now I know what not to do and what to do for next time I make an acrylic sign, because I do plan to make some smaller ones with like some seating arrangement, things like that, but that's for like another like video. So here's what the sign looks like. So you may not be able to see it so well, but of course I will insert a video of the sign in a better position and better lighting, so this way you can see a lot better. But I do have an easel to display this sign on. It's like a brown easel that I got from Michael. So it's not just going to be sitting around or just propped up somewhere. It is going to be on an easel display so people can see and things like that. So it did come out nice. You know, I was a little hesitant of how it was going to come out, but I do actually like the finished product. So now with this, I am so glad that I'm done, because it took too many days to do this. It should have just been a one-day thing, but again, like I said, it is a process. So you live, you learn, you do it again, even better. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notification on so you know when another video has come out. If you want to see me do any other type of things like DIY projects or I don't know, whatever. You can just like comment on the video, let me know what do you guys like me to do, or what do you like to see, and I will try, because this channel is all about like trying new like DIY projects or just trying things out. So just remember that I am not a professional. I am not a licensed in any way, shape, or form, or anything that I'm doing on this channel. So I am just a person, me, deciding that I wanted to try things and do it myself, mainly because I am Mr. Krabs and like to save money, and also because I do like doing things. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next episode, and we're gonna get to the lanterns. All right, see you guys later.